So since the Vegas concert shooting and more recently after the Highland Park shooting, people have wondered what they would do if they faced an active murderer armed with a carbine or rifle who was shooting from an elevated position and all they had was their carry pistol. And it could be a Glock 26 subcompact like what I'm carrying, or it could be an officer with a duty pistol. The fact is, regardless of which one it is, how different is it to shoot at the range versus shooting at these angles and these distances on this kind of terrain? And it's something that you kind of want to figure out in practice rather than when it counts. So what I've got here is a steel target out at 50 yards. It's 75 feet higher than I am, so that's 6 or 7 stories. And what I'm going to do is on the beep, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to shoot at it 5 times. And then we're going to talk about it. All right, so first hit in 3.88 seconds and splits 0.66, 0.61, 0.59, 0.54. 5 hits, 5 shots, 5 hits. But I was floating out here in the middle of nowhere, a perfect target for almost 4 seconds after the beep. And that's not a real smart idea. So can I do it? Yes. Should I do it? Probably not. Now, what if I move behind concealment? Because bullets will go through a barrel like that, or behind concealment like the tree, which may even be cover. Let's see what that looks like. All right, 4 for 5. Would I like to have made every hit? Yeah, absolutely. Should I have made every hit? Yes, absolutely. Did I? Nope, that's reality. So 4 out of 5, first shot in 4.28 seconds, and splits of 0.91, 0.57, 0.59, 0.63. So can you engage a threat at this distance with these angles, with this terrain? Yeah, absolutely. If you look at bullet drop at 50 yards from a gun from the factory, which they're mostly sighted in at 25 yards, your drop's going to be between 1.5 inches and 2 inches, depending on muzzle velocity. So that's less than the accuracy, the acceptable accuracy of your pistol at 50 yards. So you just put the sight or the dot where you want it to go and press the trigger. What about elevation? Because with long range shooting, you adjust for elevation. Well, the distances are so short that it doesn't matter. Again, is it going to impact point of impact? Probably. Will you notice? No, not at all. The accuracy of the round, the accuracy of the pistol, accuracy of that short of a sight radius with a pistol at 50 yards at those speeds with this terrain, it doesn't matter. It's a negligible factor. Don't worry about it. So can you do it? Yes, absolutely. If you're shooting on uneven terrain, that's something you want to practice and get used to. The more novel it is, the more lag you're going to introduce into your performance. But what about should you do it? This is a tough one. Gunfight math is not simple, it's not clean, and it's not easy. And what it comes down to is you're responsible for every round that leaves your muzzle. So if we're looking at the Highland Park situation and you've got a skyline shooter on top of a roof, you don't know where your bullet's going to come down. And I can't make the decision for you as to whether or not it is worth it to make that shot or not. You're going to have to live with the consequences no matter what happens, no matter what you do. So now is the time to flush those things out, to think through those scenarios and figure out what you do so that when you get into the moment, you can decisively act in the way that you have decided that you're going to act and not second guess yourself. So what do you think on this? what do you think you should do in different situations? If you've got a situation like Vegas where it's somebody shooting out of a room, if you've got a situation, oh, well, let's go back to Vegas. With Vegas, you don't know the backstop. You don't know what's going on. All you know is that you're seeing muzzle flashes come out of a room. With Highland Park, you've got a guy skyline on a roof taking shots at a crowd. What do you do? Do you just run? What if you're in law enforcement and you don't have the option? What if it is your responsibility to, maybe not legal responsibility, but moral responsibility and expectation to aggress and stop the threat? What do you do? Do you have the skills to get the desired outcome? So go ahead and comment below. If you like the video, go ahead and like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks a lot.